Oh, well, hey, bitch. It's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to the channel, honey. And welcome back to another review on Love and Marriage Huntsville, girl. Y'all, I'm over here. Oh, my skin is peeling. I need to go back to the young lady that does my facials. I need to do that before the year is out. Girl, I don't know if it's because it's getting colder or what the hell is going on, but I'm peeling like up in this area. Oh my God. And then a little bit there. But anyway, girl. I need to go back to my facial lady and let her do my facial and stuff because I don't understand where the peel is coming from. It's just anyway. All right, y'all. That's not why y'all came here, girl. I need to get it together. Okay, y'all came here for the review on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So first of all, y'all know I did not do last week's episode. It wasn't giving. Okay, this episode was barely giving for real. But I was like, girl, just go ahead and get these people something else before November go out. Okay, so we are going to talk about it. We're going to go back to last week's episode and we are going to bring it forward to this week's episode. So let's go ahead and start off with Stormy. Stormy is working on a commercial and she has invited Tiffany and Melody. As we speak of Tiffany, understand Tiffany has made an announcement that she and Lewis are with child. As much as I may have cringed watching them, hey, if that was the desire of her heart was to get pregnant, I'm all here for it. So congratulations to Tiffany. I'm slick happy for her. Even though I ain't think that lady really wanted no baby or whatever, at least not with him, she really did. You know what I'm saying? Shame on me. That lady really did want a baby. She's pregnant with her child or their child. So congratulations. And it might end up bringing them closer. At least I would hope so versus taking them further apart. I do hope that Tiffany understands that, girl, there is going to need to be some type of balance. And I know how we get is us women. We be so focused in sometimes, so zoned in on the work. But hopefully, she'll take the time that she needs to really be with her baby and her man and all that other stuff. And I'm sure she'll figure it out. Okay. So congratulations to Tiffany and Lewis. They are with child, which also makes me think, are they going to return for another season of Love and Marriage Huntsville? Now, granted, I ain't gonna lie, girl. Hopefully, Mr. Carlos don't invite them back, honey. But if he do, I guess we'll have to see what the interaction is gonna be as she moves forward in this pregnancy. Okay, so there's that. All right. So Mel tells Stormy that the peace party was good because she received an invite to Destiny's photo shoot. Y'all remember the photo shoot? They had to sit down and things like that. What else happened? They seemed like they were like getting on a better accord, but at the end of the day, Melody had to let Destiny know, like, girl, listen, at the end of the day, boo, we good. We see each other. We could be cordial, but if you think that we gonna be friends how we was, girl, that's the DEAD for me. I got so that's what the ladies at. Tiffany was shocked that and says that Mel was trying to downplay the good gesture and then asked whether they're friends or not or whatever, right? And Miss Mel just kind of looked at Tiffany like, girl, why you gotta go that far? Like, why you gotta ask if we friends want to be out to we really ain't friends like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was slick giving a bit of downplayed, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But maybe she downplayed it because it's like, okay, girl, I just went because production told me I needed to show up. Man, honestly, I didn't see the point of why Mel needed to have a sit down conversation with somebody just to be cordial with them. For real, for real. I'm gonna be cordial and do my part, just like I walked into your store and I sat up there and I said, "Hey, Destiny," and I kept going. Now, if you want to act a fool and cut the book, then girl, I'm gonna let that be on you. That's not gonna be on me. You understand what I'm saying? Do y'all see? We see each other because I'm like, girl, you didn't even have to go sit down and talk to that lady like that. But y'all went and talked. Y'all had a conversation. So, girl, it is what it is. Let's keep going. All right. So Mel says that it wasn't a friend thing for her. It was just a conversation. All right. Mel says it's frustrating for people to push them to being friends when they are good at moving on. Okay. So let's chill out. That's the same thing that y'all do when it comes to Mel and Martell when they seem to be getting along. People get all hopeful and stuff and want to see them back together and think that, oh, are we getting back? No, girl, we not going down that road. We're just being cordial because y'all keep forgetting that we have 4 children that we have to look out for, period. So we're trying to be as healthy as possible because going through this divorce is still a transition for these children. All right. So y'all stop that. Stop that. Okay. So she tells them about planning a Destin trip for the fam and how she invited Martell and his mama. So they are planning on going. I think that was a big thing for Mel to do, really major. And I think that is, I see nothing wrong with that. When people are able to go on trips with their exes and stuff like that, like if that's, if y'all are in that great place, because a lot of times when people divorce and people break up, it's often looked at as a really terrible thing. A bad thing is usually negative things that come with it, But I don't mind seeing, like, when I think about Will Smith and Jada and his ex-wife, can't even think of her name, but she was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I hate that I think it's Cherie, right? How they get along. And I'm sure they could take family trips and everybody's cool. And I'm sure they're not the only ones. So I think that is a good thing that you're able to get to that place where y'all can really be cordial and really be family, because at the end of the day it's bigger than just y'all. Okay. So there's that. Right. So then Stormy wants to know, shout out to my boo Stormy, first of all. Okay. Shout out to Stormy, girl. Because understand, my bag is on the motherfucking way at some point. Okay. So me and Stormy already talked, girl. So she already know what's going on. Okay. And she said the bag is on the way. So I'm gonna get my motherfucking bag. And when I get my bag, I'm gonna show it to y'all. Okay. So I just want to let y'all know that. Okay. Shout out to my boo. Okay. So anyway, girl, there's the dad. Now, Stormy wants to know about why Mel chose to bring Martell and his mom. And Tiffany over there answering all the questions. And it's like, first of all, Melody's face was so funny. She was like, "You gonna let me answer? You just gonna keep answering for me? Like, why are you always doing this? Like, what? Like, it was just very funny to me." Okay, so Tiffany just kept answering everything. Every question Stormy had, Tiffany was answering the question like, "Girl, she's Mel's spokesperson or something." So Mel does say, despite everything that Martell has done, everything that he has put her through, she is trying to move to be the bigger person at the end of the day. Okay, she wants to grow, and she says that he's been doing a lot better. I just hate when Martell is on this road to doing really good, and then he turns around and he just up. Like, I just, oh, and when I say that, I can't help but think about how he went onto social media and kind of started dragging Melody over the whole custody battle situation. And it's like, Martell, when you be doing so good, even if there was a tiny inkling, a mustard seed size, that Mel was reflecting on y'all getting to a better place to where y'all could, get them back together, which I strongly doubt. But even if that was the case, right, you messed it up. You messing up future Destin trips with your children. Like, sir, like, I'm like, but anyway, let's keep going. All right, Miss Girl extended her stuff. She extended her trip and stuff. And Martell, you just be letting the people down. So tired of you letting us down. Oh, I be getting so tired. But anyway, so Mel says that she will talk to her kids, okay, to make sure that they understand that this is just a family trip. This isn't a mommy and daddy is getting back together trip. It's none of that, baby. This is just something we're coming together to do for you guys, okay? All right. So she also says that she says that they used to want that, but not anymore. And she doesn't want Martell to overstep his boundaries, which eventually he is going to do. But I think she was speaking in terms of him trying to overstep his boundaries, meaning trying to slide in her room, lay down in the bed with her, a hug on her, be a little too much touchy feely type thing. I feel like that's what she was talking about initially. I do feel like if and when they go on their next family trip, I think that should be on Martell. Melody has covered the first one. Okay. She's paid for it. She's done everything. I feel like it's time for Martell, you know what I'm saying, to pitch in, and it's on you next time. But I also wonder, if Martell were to do that, is he going to bring Ariane's child? Okay, the child he has with Ariane. So if he brings that baby, then my question is Miss Ariane going to be allowed to come? Because if so, I don't think Mel may be at that place to where she wants that to happen. Okay, but I do wonder if she would go on a vacation with Martell, if it's Martell hosting, and invites her to come out, and he also brings the other child too. I just kind of wonder about that. And then this might be a silly question, you know what I'm saying? But I also wonder if Mel doesn't want to go and Martell does his own family trip and he brings his other son and Ariane comes, is she going to be okay with this woman being around her children? I do wonder. You know what I'm saying? That's just some interesting stuff. But let's go ahead and let's keep going, okay? So that was pretty much it. She said that she wants this to be a space just about the family, all that other great stuff. She don't want Marcel to overstep his boundaries. Cool. Now we get to Destiny and her cousin, okay? So she and her cousin are working on a cosmetic line together, all right? Her cousin Demi wants to throw a throwback party in honor of the cosmetic collaboration that they're doing. So Destiny wants to invite them heifers, and then she says, "Oops, I mean the ladies over for the other night." It's like, girl, don't sit up here and call me no heifer and think I'm gonna slide through to this event because I ain't really do a whole lot of that to you. Okay, you the one still in your feelings because you don't know how to let go of things and elevate and move forward. Okay, so that's all you, girl. They ain't got nothing. Don't be calling me no heifer, honey, because if I'm a heifer, you a big one. So what's up? Okay, but anyway. So Demi has known Mel and Martell for years. We do learn that. I think she said she did Mel's makeup for her wedding and stuff and all this other stuff. You know, once they come on the show, they gotta speak and tell their affiliation with how they know the host. Okay. So there's that. Demi enjoyed the peace party and says that she thinks people may not fully know or understand when it comes to how she and Destiny move, like how they move about stuff. People don't fully understand that. And I'm just like, I guess, but then oftentimes I feel like when Destiny has introduced herself to the group, she hasn't given people the opportunity to really get to know that about her for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all over here talking about Martell and Mel. I had to go back to that. I'm like, y'all cousins. Y'all, I mean, you mean to tell me that y'all never had the conversation on how she knew Mel and Martell? But I guess y'all had to do it for the audience, so we knew. Anyway, so what else? It seems like Demi also supports Mel's thoughts on people normalizing moving on from friendships. Okay, that's what it kind of seemed like. She was okay. She was in support of what Melody had to say about that because you know when she done with people, it's like okay, babe, we done. I ain't gotta talk to you again. Like I'm cool, right? So Destiny tells Demi about the talks with Destiny tells Demi, I think about the talk with Mel, and then says Mel came to support. She guessed. And I'm like, what you mean Mel came to your photo shoot to support you and you guessed? Weren't you the one that invited her to come to the photo shoot? At least that's what y'all said. You invited her to the photo shoot. So what do you mean she came to support you guess? I don't understand. Anyway, so she says she and Mel are at a place where they could be cool, but she'll never forget what happened. Okay. Demi thinks that they are still in the same space and thinks that Destiny is still bothered. I agree 1000% with that. I do agree with that. Y'all still in the same place. Y'all have not progressed forward. Y'all just did enough for camera time in that moment. I think that you were still bothered. Mel could also possibly still be bothered. But I don't think that neither. I don't think y'all. I don't know. It's giving the same space just a little bit, girl. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe Mel, I don't know. Mel did speak to you, so maybe she ain't that bothered, girl. I don't know. But anyway, so Destiny denies this and says that when they weren't on good terms, she doesn't like how she handled herself and she won't be able to go back to the same spot. I can relate. I could relate to that. I could relate to that. Like, girl, if we fall out based on how you handle yourself when we fall out, I mean, we can't go back to being how we used to be because I'm likely not going to share certain things. I'm just not going to share with you. You know what I'm saying? So if I mean, like, it will be a disservice to you to be in the friendship if I'm not going to be the friend that I used to be to you based on how you showed me. Like, that's dumb. So I do understand that part. Okay. Um, what else? I said I think Mel is in the space, is in that space because she didn't like how Destiny carried herself. Whatever. Okay. They pretty much in the same space. Okay. And I mean when Destiny says that she can't go back to being friends based on how Mel handled the breakup of the friendship, that's why she can't go back. And I'm like, well, Mel feels the same exact way because when y'all stopped being friends based on how you carried yourself and you interacted and carried on a conversation, okay, with Tisha and started talking about Tisha, talking about Mel to Tisha, all because Mel wasn't answering your calls or whatever like that. Like that, Mel feel the same way. I can't go back to being cool with a BIT that's trying to be cool with a BIT that I don't really with like that. Okay. And it's cool because it seems like Mel was okay with her being friends with Tisha. That's not so much as the issue. Like some people don't like when you are friends with people they don't like. So Mel seems like she was okay with that. It's just that when you make her a part of the conversation, when y'all are discussing me, that's what we have a problem. You can be friends with whoever the hell you want to, right? But when it comes to conversations about me, shut it down because when it comes to conversations about you, I'm gonna shut it down. So we don't need to talk about it, right? So anyway, there's that. Okay. All caps. I put Destiny is fake. It's effing fake. Okay. Her cousin asked if Mel wants to be back friends, and if she did, like, would you want the friendship back? And then Destiny says she did say that, and then says that no, she can't be friends with her anymore. What? What like Destiny, why are you being fake in front of your cousin trying to act hard and play hard and make it seem like Melody really wanted to be back friends with you or something like that? Or Melody misses you and all this other stuff. Like, girl, you the one that asked this woman, you miss me, don't it? You trying to make it seem like this lady up here, like, I miss you. Didn't know. Mel said, I mean, of course I miss you. I always love you and the friendship that we had, but I'm okay with where we are. You feel what I'm saying? Like, girl, don't be trying to downplay that lady to hype yourself up to your cousin. No, ma'am. So there's that. Mel and her mama talk. Okay, her mom hopes to have a talk with Martell's mom in an effort to clear the air because a lot of things kind of got, you know what I'm saying, wrong, some mess or whatever it was. Okay, Martell and his mom. He talks to his mom about giving false hope to the kids, and Mama Holt tells him that he needs to just have a conversation with his kids. Those are their kids. Right? Those your kids, y'all have a conversation, y'all talk, okay? I do believe she said talk to y'all children. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Martell says he didn't agree with Marceau and Maurice because they told him they shouldn't do anything together because it would give false hope or whatever like that. And I'm just kind of like, who the hell are y'all to tell this man and this woman what the hell they should do? I really want the Scots to worry about their own relationships and what they got going on. I really want y'all to focus on what y'all got going on instead of worrying about what Mel and Martell over here doing. Okay. Now, I just pretty much said, yeah, yeah, y'all don't want them together, especially Marceau, because Tisha gonna start putting them as couple goals again or something of the sort. Okay, she gonna start paying attention to your lacking. Hello? And you ain't got time for that. But anyway, girl, let's keep going. So Kimmy and Maurice, we learned that Kimmy has about six treatments of chemo, then surgery, and then radiation, and then the celebration. All right. We are prayerful getting close that she's gonna get closer to ringing that bell though. All right. It's like right there, clear eye view. We're definitely hoping that she gets to ringing that bell. What else? We also learned that she doesn't have the cancer anywhere else in her body. Thank God. The genetics test was negative. So thank God for that. So we just pray Miss Kimmy because she said 16 weeks. This could have been filmed in early June, July. So where are we now in the process? I hope she's getting closer to the goal of being past chemo and being, cancer free so that she can, go on and continue to tell her testimony to other people to not give up. So definitely continuing to pray for Kimmy and hoping that she's coming out on the other side of this. All right. So Kimmy and her family, they do have a conversation. They talk. Her family seems to be in a lot of support. She talks about how her parents were moving there so she could help take care of them. And now it's the other way around. They're going to have to help take care of her. Jalen and Maurice will also take turns when it comes to getting her to and from the hospital. So everybody is coming together, and Miss Kimmy has her village, and I'm glad for it. Okay. Mel and the kids made it to Destin, followed by Martell and his mama. All right. So Martell brought Mel her favorite snack, which happens to be some type of caramel popcorn or whatever like that. It was a nice gesture, but it was the wrong one. Yeah, you brought her the wrong one, but it's okay. So I said, I hope they can get to that space again and continue to have these family vacations. Get to and when I say that space again, I'm going back to the conversation we had earlier when they have their issues over there on Instagram and it's blasted in front of everybody. So I can imagine what's happening behind the scenes, but I hope that they continue to get to a good place every year so that they can have these memories for their children. You know what I'm saying? And also showing them like all relationships, they just not gonna work out. It's just what it is, right? But it doesn't mean that it has to continue to be an unhealthy relationship should y'all have children together, right? So I feel like this is their opportunity to show their kids something different, but they both gotta really want that. It can't just be Melody and not Martell, or Martell not Melody, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Wanting the same thing. So hopefully they get back to that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad if I saw more pictures of them as a family, doing these, even if they both move on and start dating other people, because Martell is currently dating Sheree of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Mel is currently not dating that we know of, but should both of them be dating, hopefully it won't be an issue for them to come together and do this thing for the kids for a weekend or however long, and then move on and go back to their regular lives. So we'll see. All right. Mel has ordered, Martell's favorite foods, but unfortunately, everything was wrong. And like the lemon pepper, they gave him plain wings. Like, right? She ordered lemon pepper wings, they gave him plain. In addition to that, she ordered pepperoni and sausage. They gave her a pepperoni, they gave her sausage. I said, girl, if this is not signs, these are the signs. Okay. These are the signs we all wish for. I know the word ain't no signs, okay? I know it ain't the sign. I know that's not how the song go, but I'm just saying. Anyway, girl, the thing is, this is the Lord telling y'all it ain't gonna work. Greg couldn't even work with no food, so it's not gonna work with y'all. Okay, only thing y'all can do is come together for these kids. Let's keep going. All right, so Mel walks Martell through the sleeping arrangements, letting him know what floor everybody's gonna be on. She gave him a solo floor with his mom. She'll be on the same floor as the kids. Okay, he really wanted to be down there with Mel. At least that's what I got. right? Because it seemed like Martell would have been fine sleeping in a bunk bed as long as he could be closer to Melody's room, right? Nah, sleep down there with your mama. Okay, you sleep with her every other time. Shouldn't be no issue for you to sleep down there with your mama on the same floor. Okay, you should be used to that, baby. Let's keep going. So he says the trip is going well and he's enjoying the energy. Mel is glad that they have the family vibe for a trip again because it's been a minute. All right. Martell was flirting hard with Melody. Girl, was he? But Melody was not featuring him at all. Mel liked it a little bit. I ain't even gonna say I'm not gonna say that Mel wasn't featuring it. Okay. I think she liked it for a little bit, child, but she understands the overall picture. Like that's dead. That's okay, that's cute, but that's also dead at the same time. All right. What else? Mel's son tells her that they are getting along real well, and Mel lets them know that we getting along because of y'all. All right. And what else she says? I think that's it. She was clear to let them know that they aren't getting back together. This is just a family trip. It is what it is. And then now it's time to go into the next episode, this week's episode. So Melody done got a chef for the family. Their son Tank, he done sat up there and prayed about everything. They all sitting around, honey. I think the grandma asked, Mama Hope was like, what do y'all like the most about Florida? So they start going down memory lane and all that other stuff. You know, one thing about Martell, honey, he gonna live in that memory lane. Okay. I don't care who Martell is dating. That man is going to be grieving Miss Melody Hope for probably the same amount of time that he was with her. Understand? And what she said, she was married for 14 years. He's going to be grieving over her for a very long periodically time. I don't care who he date. And every woman he does date, he going to be comparing them to Mel. I hate it for you, sir, but you definitely brought this one on your own, okay? You did your little one with that. All right. Now, anyway, so Martell tells Melody, and I don't really like how he said it. He was like, "Hey Mel, don't forget Tisha and Marcel gonna go." Mel said, "Where?" I said, "I know that's right. What? Who the hell you talking to?" Excuse me. Yeah, Tisha and Marcel gonna stop. But when the hell is they coming by? Oh, they're gonna stop by. You know what I'm saying? In about 45 minutes. What? He was like, "Yeah, I thought I had told you that last night," and then get in the confessional and says he understands how Melody is feeling because he didn't ask her. So which one was it? Did you tell her about it last night, or you didn't tell her about it last night? Either way, I don't like it. You are invited on a trip. Who do you think you are to invite somebody else to be on said trip? No, baby. No, baby. No. Like I don't like that. And not that they were gonna be on the trip, but who are you to invite them to the crib? I ain't this is not your spot. You ain't spending not now on this. Don't do that, boo. Anywho, so Mel says this is a reminder of the disrespect in their marriage. Martell tells her about Tisha and Marceau getting a boat for their kids. Mel says, "Okay, but I already got a boat for us. Like our boat ride is going to be tomorrow morning. I don't need you to tell me about the boat that they got because we got our own boat." Excuse me. Okay, so then Martell lied. Okay, first he said he briefed her, and I talked about that. But in the confessional, he says he understood her being annoyed. Okay, for not asking her. All right, so Martell, you on some? I don't know. Talking about you briefed her. You ain't briefed that lady on shit. But you did brief Marcel when you got on the phone with him and told that man that it was cool for him to slide through. Anyway, then he says that he thinks they should be able to move on and be cordial. I didn't like that either, Mr. Martell, because you're speaking from a space of y'all being in a relationship as a couple. Y'all should be able to be cordial and move on and yada yada yada. But my thing is this: y'all not a couple, and you do not own her emotions and her feelings about things. So if she does not feel comfortable and do not want them around, why should she want them around? You got to understand, y'all see these people and have access and the ability to see these people all the time in Huntsville. Why do I want to go on a getaway and then I end up running into y'all for that too? Like, absolutely not. Like, this is my escape. This is my escape. I don't want to. Absolutely not. Okay. Huh? Oh, they ordered pizza. Yeah. 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 They door dashed it. So that's cool. I just want my Amazon to show up though. But anyway, child. Okay, so she went on a trip to escape. What else? Not link up with the same people. Ain't nobody trying to link up with the same people that I can see out there in Huntsville, baby. Like, move around. All right. So here go Martell showing Mel. So they go outside. They on the beach. They hanging out. They having a great time. So Martell over there showing Melody pics of them together from the past, and she like, "You always do that. Like, why are you always randomly texting me some stuff? Why you be doing that? Huh? Huh? Like, why you be doing stuff like that?" right? So here go. Next thing you know, we get Marcel and Tisha come. They walk up. I'm up. I'm like, I ain't gonna say I'm upset, but I'm rolling my eyes like, why y'all had to come? Why did y'all have to come? Why are you here? Why are you here? Where is your scooter? Why are y'all here? So I'm like, well, it's a good thing for the kids because I'm sure the kids haven't seen each other in a minute and they'll be able to like link up, have fun, have a great time, all of that jazz, right? So I'm thinking that's great for the kids, but at the same time, why y'all here, child? So Mel is over them already, you could tell. So she feels like Martell invited them and expects everybody else to be okay with it. I said 1000% facts. That's exactly what the hell is going on. All right. So Tisha comes in and she trying to, hey y'all, oh my God. Hey girl. Wow, this is so nice. Also, Mel invited you. This is cute. That's what I like to see. This is the Mel and Martell that we know. Is that also your mama come? When is your mama getting here, Mel? Oh, she gonna be here in a minute. Oh my God, this is so nice. And girl, Mel over there like, shut up. Mel wasn't saying nothing. And I'm cackling. She really wasn't saying too much of nothing, okay? What else? She was just quiet. Martell acting like Mel wants him back. And really, what it was, Martell was over there trying to put on a front, put on a persona, like him and Mel really getting somewhere. Like, yeah, see, I done cheated on her, did her wrong, or whatever like that, but she still can't get over me. Like, we probably gonna be back together. Like, it was like a little whatever image he was trying to put out there. Mel made sure she cracked that image, and Martell really did not like that. He was feeling away. He was feeling slick, embarrassed in front of his homeboy. Like, dang, I know we ain't together, but do you have to like stress it in front of everybody else? God, dog. That's really because he had a little bit of hope of them getting back together. But anyway, so Tisha and Marcel started talking about fishing and how she wants Martell to take her son and Marcel with him, right? And then she said, "Ain't that's what we call the village or whatever like that?" And then Mel said, because he don't believe in that. Not Martell. Martell don't believe in a village at all. He feel like he's supposed to just take care of the kids all by himself type thing. He's supposed to be just one parent, maybe a piece of a grandparent, but he don't believe in the village. Okay. So, I mean, the good thing was that Martell did not feed into that because I do feel like that could have turned around and ended up being a argument. Hello. So Mel says no. So then they ended up playing a Newlywed game, which was funny as hell. I have to say, it was very funny watching Mel and Martell kind of identify who loved the most, who didn't love the most, who had this going on, who had that going on. So that was really funny. But what was truly funny was the skies. Okay, I have to say, what we learned was Marcel don't do shit. That's number one. Marcel don't do a goddamn thing, okay? But he is the better cook. But the crazy part is he don't do most of the cooking. It be Tisha. Wow. So then they asked who the kids would rather be with the most, and it's their daddy. And then Mel said, "Oh yeah, so the one that don't do shit." Girl, I hollered. Cause I said, ain't that a fact? Yeah, they want to be around the dad that they don't seem to be having access to. Clownery, all right. So there's that. It was funny. That was funny. Okay. So then Martell wanted to do more. And then shockingly, I guess Mel was having a good time. She was like, "Oh, it's a pool table upstairs. Like if y'all want to go play pool." So that's what they go do when they have a conversation. But before we get to that, right? Kimmy and this beautiful hair. She has some like beautiful hair, beautiful hair. Okay. Kimmy says that her hair, from her understanding, okay, her professionalism, being a nurse and what the doctors, have said, she knows that her hair is going to fall out due to the chemotherapy. So she wants to go ahead and get a jump start on cutting her hair because she doesn't want to be in the shower or anything and clumps of her hair just start coming out. So she decided to, cut her hair. All right. When Kimmy does this haircut, she does end up getting like a big chop, is what they call it. And it looked really, really nice on Kimmy. I must say, Kimmy looked beautiful with her long, natural hair. And I'm talking about really, really long natural hair. She looked very beautiful, but she looked just as beautiful once she had to chop all of that hair off, at least to my opinion. I said, yeah, natural hair is that girl. Natural hair is that girl, okay? Natural hair is that girl. Shame on people for making us feel away about our natural hair when we was younger and coming up. You know what I'm saying? Girl. Yeah, natural hair is that girl. If you know how to take care of it, it's that girl. But anyway, so there's that. All right. Maurice was being as supportive as he could to Kimmy. All the affection he was giving her and stuff. It was nice to see. He was definitely loving on his wife, and I have to give him that. I like to see that. All right. So Kimmy was a little, upset, just a bit, just a teeny, after seeing her hair chopped off, because it was letting her know once again, like, this is real. This is a real situation that I'm going through. And I know that she probably felt like she wasn't as pretty, because she looked to be a little disappointed once she saw her hair chopped off. But I thought Kimmy would still look beautiful to me. But I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Maurice and Martell. I'm sorry, not Maurice, but Marceau and Martell. So they play pool while Tisha and Mel ended up catching up, right? So Marceau says the trip to Africa changed him, because now he's starting to think about how he wants more time with everything and everyone. And I said, baby, bogus. I don't believe you. But anyway, then he flips the conversation on Martell, and he wants to know how he and Mel got to this place of being better, right? So Martell says Mel got the time that she needed, and he feel like he too got the time that he needed, because he went through a lot. Like, going through this divorce was extremely, extremely painful for him. And I think that Martell is still dealing with it. He says that he acknowledges some of the things that he did throughout, the marriage, like the problems that, the things that he's accepting it. He's accepting the things that he's done in the past, but he also acknowledges Mel willingness to want to invite him on the trip or whatever. He feels like that's like a huge step. That's a really big step in their moving forward, shall I say. So he also realizes that Melody checked out of the marriage, and he was out here accusing her, saying, you wasn't sucking my peen, and you wasn't cooking this, and you wasn't doing that, and it was things that you wasn't doing. And we spent like a year or so trying to get Martell to understand, if she stopped doing that, baby, it's because of you. It was something that you did that caused her to stop doing these things, right? And he's fine. It's finally penetrated, finally, and he's understanding. I get it. It must have been something that I was doing to cause her to not want to do those things for me. And he's over here wishing that he would have gave it more time. He would have waited. He would have been more patient. Yeah. Now you got a lot of time to think, don't you, brother? Let's keep going. So Marceau asks Martell how he feels about both he and Mel dating other people. And Martell says that he trusts that Mel is going to make a good decision. She's gonna have very good judgment when it comes to choosing a man that's also going to be around their children. So basically, he's saying that he trusts Miss Melody. You ain't got no choice but to trust her. I don't know if we can trust yours, but he think that we could. So we'll see. He said he gonna be a good judge of character when it comes to choosing somebody that's gonna be a stepmama to them kids. We'll see, child. I sure would like to know what the interaction is between what's her name, Miss Sheree, and his children. I bet you Sheree probably ain't even met that man kids yet. I mean, like, would Sheree really want to deal with somebody else? Her kids grown as hell. Sheree about ready for some grandkids at this point. Y'all think she gonna want to deal with Melody and Martell's children? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know, child. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. All right. So Mel and Tisha are talking. Tisha asked her about the same thing. Mel says that she had to get to a space where she was mentally and emotionally strong enough to be around Martell in this type of setting. Mel says that she's healed from her heartbreak of her marriage and she regrets nothing. Okay. I don't know. Is it? Let's see. I would think that at this point, Mel is healed. I think that's a very, very possible. Men take forever. Like, once a woman about check out, in the relationship, she already grieving for the most part while in the relationship. So by the time she get the hell out and move on, we are light years ahead of them in our healing process than men are. So that I think that's very likely, very possible. And she probably don't regret like divorcing him at all. And I'm sure she gets those subtle reminders, like, you know what, I'm so glad I ain't gotta come home and I ain't gotta deal with this, I ain't gotta deal with that, and him complaining about this and that, da, 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 blah, blah, blah. So now all I gotta do is worry about these children and myself. I ain't gotta put up with nobody else bullshit. I feel like it's a lot of reasons for her to not regret the decision that she made, especially if they could get to a place where they could still have these family functions. I really don't regret it. I could really do what the hell I want to do, and I ain't gotta be questioned by nobody or nothing. Like, girl, hell no, And I'm at home and I ain't gotta worry about nobody cheating on me at night, girl. No, ma'am. Like, girl, Y'all can hold that stuff up on a pedestal if you want to, right? So that's what I'm getting, right? But then Tisha goes to the confessional and says something completely different. Tisha throws shade at Melody and says that Melody doesn't know. She says she don't know if Melody is being honest because Melody is good at portraying what it is she wants the people to see. Now, I have to say, I think that could be true because I think a lot of y'all do this. All right. I think a lot of people do that. They're good at portraying what it is they want the people to see. But a lot of people can see through the BS too. Okay. She also goes on to say that oh, she says Melody. It seems like she was calling that woman a liar, trying to say that Melody lies to herself so much that she fools her damn self sometimes. And I'm just like, I don't know, Tisha. I feel like you be over there fooling your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Like, I you lie too. If Melody lying, we know you lying. Like, I mean, some part of me is just like, I can't see Melody not being happy, being single. I just don't. I mean, why? Because you think that she's alone? Is that what it is? Like, I just like people can truly be happy single, folks. Like, I'm talking about super happy, ain't gotta worry about nobody bullshit. Da, 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 da. Like, they don't. And just because they single don't mean they ain't got people that they can hang out with and kick it with or whatever. Like, I'm just not. Why the lady gotta be lying, Tisha? She happy. She ain't gotta deal with this nigga FS. Like, what are you talking about? She's dealt with it for multiple years. You're the only one that be sitting around here putting up a facade, but we know that you're not happy. You know what I'm saying? But we know that you want to keep your family together and you don't want to be another statistic and all this other stuff. So do what you want to do because he got you right there in that pocket and be happy and whatever else it is. But girl, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, something about it. Something about it. Now I was with you a little bit when you were saying that, she may portray what it is that she wants the people to see. And I just kind of feel like, yeah, a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? But then when you try to say this lady fool herself, like, nah, you fooling yourself though. Like, why she can't be happy? Anyway, girl, that ain't for me to figure out. That's for y'all. Anyway, so then that was pretty much the episode. Okay, we can tell that Martell was extremely regretful because he ended up about to tear up. He's about to cry over there in the confessional. He's hurt. He's disappointed. He's embarrassed. Okay, because he decided up here and did some things that resulted in him being alone, and he ain't got the wife that he know he should be having right now. But either way, good luck. That's what you did. Meanwhile, Melody is moving onward and upward, honey. Yikes. All right. So that's really all I think happened. Let me see. Let me make sure. That was it. That was it for the past two episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. I want you guys to go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about everything that I discussed for Love and Marriage Huntsville, honey. And that's it. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.